Alrighty. How's everyone doing today? I should look familiar because I was chatting with you just a few minutes ago. Thank you all for your patience as we finalize the judging. Quick note though, I know a young man in the front row is looking for a button for History Day. We have a lot of these buttons if you want a button or collect buttons. They're on the table outside, on the left as you exit. And some of you may have noticed some Star Wars themed buttons too this year at History Day, right? So may the 4th be with you. Some of you may have picked up on that already. We have some of those buttons too. So, all right, well thanks. We're about ready to start our award ceremony. My congratulations to all of you for getting this far and doing all the hard work. Students have a hard job, and we appreciate all the hard work you did to get to this point. So thank you very much. I'm not going to talk to you very long because we have some wonderful guest speakers who are going to come up here and chat with you. And I'd like to introduce the first one is Dr. Darren Waters, who is the Deputy Secretary for Archives and History at the Department of Natural and Cultural Resources. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Waters.
Thank you, Jason, and welcome to you all. Welcome to the 2024 award ceremony for National History Day in North Carolina. This year, we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the National History Day program, a local event that started in Ohio in 1974. It became a turning point that led to students like you inquiring about our past, seeking answers, presenting their findings in creative ways and in creative projects. Whether or not your name is called at this ceremony, you can be proud of the work that you did to achieve this level of participation. I think you should give yourself a round of applause. It is important for us to acknowledge the assistance of several organizations and people who helped make this program and today's event possible. This is the first time that we've hosted the state contest outside of Raleigh in over 28 years, and we could not have done it without UNC Greensboro. We extend special thanks to the staff of the Elliott University Center and the admissions office, as well as the staff and students at UNCG Public History Department for making today a success. Yes. The Federation of North Carolina Historical Societies is a valuable longtime partner providing both financial and staff support. Please give them a round of applause as well. Our gratitude this year is also extended to the North Carolina Humanities Council, which helped us reach and support even more North Carolina schools this year for National History Day. Go ahead. It is my pleasure to now introduce the chair of their board of directors, Dr. Mike Wakeford. Dr. Wakeford is a historian and faculty member in the Division of Liberal Arts and the UNC School of Arts in Winston-Salem, where he also directs the Muse Winston-Salem, a local history museum that we hope you can explore one day soon if you have not already. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Wakeford.
Thank you, Dr. Waters. My name is Mike Wakeford. It's my honor to be board chair of North Carolina Humanities. I'm joined here today by one of our wonderful staff, Melissa Givelin, as well. So thanks for being here, Melissa. First, I just want to say a quick thanks to Karen Ipock and the team at the North Carolina Department of Natural and Cultural Resources for putting on such an incredible statewide program this year. It has been a pleasure to witness firsthand today, and I'm honored to be here representing North Carolina Humanities. I also want to give a big shout out, of course, to all the students who are participating today. Big shout out to the students. You and your work are so inspiring, and I believe that the skills, I know that the skills you've developed and the history you've researched will only benefit you and the rest of us into the future. I'm also a professor of history at the UNC School of the Arts in Winston-Salem, and so I have a deep understanding and appreciation for the fact that history and making sure students have all sorts of opportunities to engage with it is vitally important, perhaps more today than ever. Likewise, preserving history and exploring history is deeply embedded in our mission at North Carolina Humanities. This year, North Carolina Humanities was honored to help expand the North Carolina History Day program and bring it to a whole new student population. With the additional support from the National Endowment for the Humanities, North Carolina Humanities helped more schools in rural communities participate this year by aiding in the creation of a new region, the Sandhills region, which serves students in Cumberland, Hoke, Moore, Richmond, Robeson, and Scotland counties. Who's from any of those counties? You're being shy. You're being shy. I also want to acknowledge UNC Pembroke's history department, who hosted the first regional contest there. So this new funding absolutely paid immediate dividends, even if we don't see it here today. As a historian, I'm also proud to know that North Carolina Humanities helped to support teacher professional development trainings and bought materials for classrooms so that, again, more students could participate in this life-changing program. It's my hope that our partnership and support of North Carolina History Day continues. Thank you again for all the staff, volunteers, judges, and of course the students who are here today. Congratulations, and I look forward to seeing more of you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Wakeford. From the beginning of our agency sponsorship of this program 28 years ago, the North Caroliniana Society has been a supporter and a partner. The Society is dedicated to the promotion and increased knowledge and appreciation of North Carolina's heritage. It is a wonderful organization. I'm proud to be a member myself. But we are all grateful for their ongoing sponsorship of National History Day in our state. Dr. Jim Clark is the immediate past president of that organization, and please help me welcome Dr. Clark to the stage.
Good afternoon. I'd like first to introduce Kopi Kane, who's Executive Director of the North Caroliniana Society. Kopi, would you stand? Now, these remarks are directed to you and not to Kopi, but if you don't know that, you might start off on the wrong foot. What do you want to do when you grow up? What will you be? Do you see yourself as getting a job or as creating jobs? How will education affect your choices? Be assured that the youthful dreams of life in this room will significantly shape our future as a people and as a nation. The North Caroliniana Society supports National History Day to develop in you and your families and teachers a reflective sense of who we are and who we want to become as Americans and as citizens of the world. We envision you as active citizens now, boys and girls who already take part in unofficial elections by voting and campaigning before you reach the legal age of 18. You, we hope, will be civically engaged, maybe even to the extent of creating a polling place in your school or neighborhood to ingrain the habit of paying attention, campaigning, and voting officially for years to come. This election year is a good place to start. The Society is also interested in your career choices, especially in the areas of teaching history and social studies, working in national and state parks as guides and rangers, and in the preservation and interpretation of our historical sites, buildings, documents, relics, and traditions. Some of you may even become historians. We know by experience that these careers are essential and fulfilling, both individually and collectively, in our democracy. Thank you for your engagement in National History Day in North Carolina. And keep on dreaming and voting. 2024 is a turning point in our history. Thank you very much.
Hello, we've made it. Thank you so much to Dr. Clark and Dr. Wakeford for being here, and Dr. Waters. We hope that maybe when we get to the point to call out the awards that y'all might help hand out those. We want to give a very special thank you to those who have supported you to get here today. So if everyone can give a round of applause, whether it's your parents, your mentors. As you can see from all these amazing organizations and also what you have at your school, there's a lot that are supporting you to succeed. And so we are just so grateful. And then, of course, the biggest round of applause for your teachers. History Day is not the easy path for them to take, but it's a very fulfilling path, and it takes so much work. And I know that because I am getting the emails and the texts at 5 in the morning, at 11 o'clock at night. So I really thank the teachers who have supported this program for many years, and the new ones that have joined us this year. And with that, we want to recognize some special teachers that are hopefully here today. And so I'm going to turn it over to Joanne Williford, who has worked with North Carolina History Day for over 20 years, and she's going to announce our Teacher of the Year awards.
And again, if you are a History Day teacher, please stand for a minute and let us recognize everybody. Thank you. Every year we try to recognize some special teachers, but you're all special in that you do History Day. But each year National History Day recognizes an outstanding middle school teacher from every affiliate program. That means every state and several foreign countries. Sponsored by Patricia Bering, the award provides a $500 prize for the nominee and consideration to receive the $10,000 national prize. This year's North Carolina nominee in the junior division asked himself one day, why do only science classes have labs? This prompted him to create a history lab at his school. His students learn both in the lab and in an outdoor classroom that he also created. National History Day has been part of that learning curriculum for the last several years. This year's recipient of the Bering Award in the junior division is Chadwick Stokes of E.B. Frink Middle School. Is he here? Okay. We will get his, is he here? Okay, okay. The Joseph Hughes Award was established by a group of parents to honor teacher Joe Hughes. This award is given in the junior division and recognizes a North Carolina teacher who demonstrates excellence in history education. The Hughes recipient for this year began teaching at her current school 3 years ago. The next year, she introduced her students to the History Day program. In her first year, she had one group participate. This year, 23 of her students were guided by her to do History Day projects. Among her self-professed favorite things is analyzing primary sources with all my classes. The recipient of the Hughes Award for 2024 is Bethany Rothers of Pamlico Middle School. Come on up if you're here, Bethany.
Before we get to the category awards, I would like to recognize Emma Wang in the audience. Emma designed the, you might have just seen the logo on the front of the program. She designed that with her creativity, and it'll be featured on our T-shirts for nationals this year. So, round of applause for Emma. So just in a moment, we're going to start calling our category awards. We will be recognizing the first and second place as medal winners. Those will actually qualify to go to the national contest. The national contest is in June, and we will give them all the information following this award ceremony down in Dale, which is on the ground level floor. And so if everyone who receives a medal today can go down to Dale after the award ceremony, we'll bring you up to speed on nationals, which is very exciting. We are also going to recognize our third place runner-ups. If for some reason a first place or second place can't attend nationals, we will give the opportunity to you, and so we'll be calling you to the stage at some point too. We also have, this is probably everyone's favorite part, we have a number of special prizes that are actually cash prizes, and we recognize those for succeeding in a certain area of history, so we'll be calling those. So when we call your names, we'll have you come up on either side, and you'll get your medal or your ribbon or your certificate, and you'll take a picture for just a moment. Now, teachers, I know one of the first questions we always get asked is, when will you get your feedback for the judges? We know it's a tight deadline this year for those that are going on to nationals, so we are going to do everything in our power to get the feedback to you by Monday. I'm going to try to get it Monday morning, but please bear with me if it's Monday afternoon. So please look for those in inboxes on Monday. All right. So we're going to start off with junior papers. And our second place medalist from Davis Drive Middle, From Pain to Power, How the Attack on Pearl Harbor Changed History, Chengmin Hong.
People want special prizes. And our first place medalists, also from Davis Drive Middle,
Michael Wave with Citizenship, the 14th Amendment, and Justice. And we have some special prizes in this category. Just a reminder, those are cash prizes. You won't get the cash today. We want you to come up and get your picture taken, though, and be recognized. But we will send you a check in the mail. So for our military prize, we have the Battle of Stalingrad, Nicholas Fazan from New Garden Friends School. And we also have
That's agriculture and environment.
our Agriculture and the Environment Award for the invention of the Langstroth hive, Nathan Nunn from Woodlawn School.
Our next category is Junior Individual Documentary. The second place winner is Abram Baker from Wilmington Academy of Arts and Sciences, the most dangerous event in history. And in first place in Junior Individual Documentary, The Hungarian Revolution of 1956, Daniel Bastrovi, Oakwood School. And for a special prize on the history of women, an outstanding project on the history of women, also from Oakwood School, Emmy Robinette for Dr. Elizabeth Blackwell in Inspiration in Medicine.
Junior Group Documentaries. Our second place medalists from the International School at Gregory, The Day the River Ran Red, the Wilmington coup of 1898. Lilia Barnum and Abigail Blair.
They also won a special prize. I don't remember what it was, but I think it was Southern History, maybe. No, not that one.
African American.
African American, right.
They also won the African American History Award. And our first place medalist is also our World History Award winner from J.M. Robinson Middle, Dennis Lin and Alvin Shen for the Meiji Restoration, the turning point of Japan's history. We have some more special prizes to recognize. In our Medical History Award, a pill safer than Alka-Seltzer. Grace Rochel and Catherine Girl from St. Michael Archangel. And our Innovation in History Prize goes to the Turning Point of the United Nations, Lily Hayduck and Marissa Fuller from Art Space Charter School. And our Naval History Prize goes to D-Day, Landon Kirby, Lucas Lewin, and William Kalström from Wayne School of Engineering. And now for junior group performances. Our second place medalist goes to The Massacre of the Romanovs. Eska Garrison, Eleanor Savoy, Madeline Barker, and Elizabeth Brown from Art Space Charter School. And our first place medalists from Wayne School of Engineering, Medallo Bean and Leah Knuckles for How the Storming of the Bastille Changed France Forever.
Junior individual exhibit. In second place, from Hendersonville Middle School, Ruby Huggins, Keeping It Cool, How Refrigeration Changed History. And first place, Penelope Gilliland from Pine Springs Preparatory Academy. Women must not depend upon the protection of men. A special prize for an outstanding project on the history of the 20th century goes to Jack Norris for paving the way, the last impacts of the New Deal from Oakwood School. A special prize for the Audrey Hurd Award, which is for maritime and coastal history, goes to Adeline K. Nunley for the Tides Turn for the Life-Saving Stations from Pamlico Middle School. A special prize for an outstanding exhibit sponsored by the Museum of History goes to Eliza Johnson for a call to action from Wilmington Academy of Arts and Sciences. And a project for an outstanding project on the American Indian goes to Daisy Frizzell of Swain County Middle School, from Diminished Whispers to Cultural Restoration of a Native Society.
All right, junior group exhibits. Our second place medalist is from Pine Springs Preparatory Academy. On the Edge, Omar Desami and Rob Corbett.
They also got the primary source award, so if they didn't.
They also won the primary source award. And our first place medalists also were awarded the H.G. Jones Award that's sponsored by the North Caroliniana Society for excelling in North Carolina history. And it goes to In Flames, America's only successful coup. Holly Springs Shelter Middle, Zipporah Tunnage and Olivia Stelter. We also have a special prize winner for our Southern History Award from Wilmington Academy Arts and Sciences for their exhibit on the 1898 Wilmington Massacre, Stifling the Economic and Political Future of Wilmington. Escoban, Benjamin Estrom, and Miles Fitzgerald.
Junior individual website. The second place winner is Sarah Toffee. Am I anywhere close? The phonograph, the invention that changed the music industry, Woodlawn School. She may not be here. She may have had to, not here.
Coming down.
Oh, she, oh, okay. I can't see that far. I'm old. And the first place medalist, Zayden Young from Hendersonville Middle, Homer Plessy and the doctrine of separate but equal. The Maritime History Society actually sponsors 2 naval awards for our contest. So the second naval award goes to Brock Herring from Hickory Grove Christian School for D-Day, the invasion of Normandy.
Junior group websites. And our second place medalist comes from Hendersonville Middle, Caroline Sleek and Leah Corbell with their project, Virginia Apgar and the Apgar Score. And our first place medalists from Pine Springs Preparatory Academy with their project, The Tragedy of 9/11, Sarhana Argani Anagal and Krushi Ravi Kumar. Now, our judges had very hard choices. We could tell in the judging room there was a lot of debates. And so please know that if you come in third place, you have been definitely exceeded in this competition, and we would like to call you to the stage for a group a photo and also to receive your ribbon. You will serve as the runner-up at nationals, so if someone from the first or second place does not go, then you will have the opportunity to go, and we'll reach out to you as soon as possible if that's the case. So we're going to go through each of the categories, and we're going to call them. So just start coming up as we do. Please hold your applause so that we can hear all the names as they're coming up. So for junior papers, our third place runner-up, the Radium Girls, How Tragedy Led to the Advancements of Health and Safety from Woodlawn School, L. Springer. In the junior individual documentary category, from Wilmington Academy of Arts and Sciences, the Kicked Off the Pitch, the 1921 Bans on Women's Soccer, Tigman Rice. And in junior group documentary from St. Michael's the Archangel, A Pill Safer Than Alka-Seltzer, Catherine Girl and Grace Rochel. And our junior group performance, we did. Our junior individual exhibit, A Call to Action from Wilmington Academy of Arts and Sciences, Eliza Johnson. And in the junior group exhibit, the 1898 Wilmington Massacre, Stifling the Economic and Political Future of Wilmington from Wilmington Academy Arts and Sciences, Miles, Benjamin, and Askis. And in our junior individual websites, The Monuments Men, The Fight for to Preserve Europe's Cultural Treasures, Ada Stable from Hendersonville Middle. And last but not least, in our junior group website, the Roman Concrete, Laying the Foundation for the Modern Architecture, Ben Kowak and Samuel Cannon from Hendersonville Middle. So let's give everyone a big applause. So once again, we just cannot thank you enough for all the hard work and creativity that we saw in your projects this year. We really do hope that we see you next year when we explore rights and responsibilities in history. Just a reminder to any of the medalists, we have the the national contest meeting down in Dale, which is on the ground floor immediately following this. So let's give one more big round of applause for all of our participants. Thank you so much to our senior division for, I know it's a long day, and so sticking around for the awards. I will say that we do get quite a few that are not able to attend our senior division awards because of proms and things. So we do hope that you can really cheer on our awards recipients when they come up to the stage, because you know, sometimes it's a little silent when we have our senior awards. We also, if there's any teachers in the audience or classmates, if someone's not here, that you're able to come up and accept their award, that helps us out. So please feel free to do that. Just let us know if you don't want your picture taken as the award winner. I would like to recognize our special guests. I hope many of you got to see the live stream of the first welcome ceremony, but we have lots of support here that makes History Day possible. So I'd like to invite to the stage Dr. Wakeford from North Carolina Humanities, Dr. Clark from the North Caroliniana Society, and Dr. Waters from the Office of Archives and History with the Department of Natural and Cultural Resources. They are going to help present and hand out the awards today. And before we get started with announcing the awards, we really want to take a moment just to thank all of our student participants. It is such a hard task to take on History Day, and I know many of you are in very busy times of the year, so to come and participate and put your effort into the state contest is just truly inspiring. So let's give a round of applause for all of our senior participants. And we know you get a lot of support from home, so let's take a moment to recognize our parents, our mentors that we might work with on a regular basis to make this possible. And a huge thank you to our teachers. History Day is a very powerful path to take, but it is not an easy path to take for teachers. So we commend you for all the effort and the work that you do to get your students here. We wish we could recognize every single one of you for all of your amazing talents and support that you provide each day, but we would like to take a moment to recognize two special teachers that are hopefully in the audience today. I'm going to invite Joanne Williford, who has worked with North Carolina History Day for the past 28 years, to announce these awards.
And I do invite our History Day teachers to stand. Let's recognize them. Stand if you're a History Day teacher. Thank you. Thank you. As we say, we value each one of you, but we do try to recognize individual achievements from time to time. And so each year, National History Day recognizes an outstanding high school teacher from every affiliate program, and the prize is sponsored by Patricia Bering. The award provides a $500 prize for the nominee and consideration to receive the $10,000 national prize. This year's nominee in the senior division has mentored History Day students for several years, and those students consistently demonstrate outstanding scholarship in their projects. One student wrote of her, "With National History Day, she has taken her own time to help me with my projects and has always made me want to keep working. The work she has done for students is irreplaceable." Truly one of my favorite teachers ever. The recipient of the Bering Award in the senior division is Naomi Barlas from Cary Academy. Is she here? Okay, good. The Federation of North Carolina Historical Societies sponsors a NC Teacher of the Year award to be given in the senior division, and it recognizes a North Carolina educator who demonstrates excellence in history education. Outstanding History Day mentors encourage students to ask questions during their research, analyze their findings, and continue to learn from and improve their projects along the way. The students of this year's recipient have done just that. This educator has shepherded students through the Junior Division of National History Day, including coaching national winners, and is now mentoring Senior Division students. We are happy to present the Senior Division Teacher of Excellence Award to Eliza Harden of Gospel Scholars.
All right, so we're about to start announcing our category awards. We're going to recognize the first place and the second place medalist of each category and invite them up to the stage to receive their medal. And also they will be receiving honor cords that they can wear at their high school graduation, whether it's coming up in the next few weeks or if they have a couple years ahead. We also get to recognize our special prizes, and these are cash prizes for students that have excelled in a certain area of history. So we will be calling them up as well. You will not receive your cash today. We will mail you a check, so I'll be in contact after the award ceremony. And towards the end, we will also recognize our third place runner-ups. Our third place runner-ups will serve as alternates if the first or the second place medal winners are not able to move on to the national contest level. But all of our medal winners, if they would like to move on to the national contest level, we will have a meeting just after this award ceremony down in Dale to tell you all about that level of competition. So we're going to start today with senior papers. And our second place medalist from Isaac M. Bears Early College High School, Escaping the Malthusian Trap, the Haber-Bosch Process, Scott McFarland. I know Scott had a far distance to drive, so might have already headed back. Our first place medalists we know will not be here either with their project, Ideological Hegemony in China, a tradition with deep historical roots. From the Asheville School, Xi Pan. And we have some special prizes in this one. Maybe Joanne can help me read her handwriting.
Okay, that's medicine.
Okay, so our medical award, so for a project that excelled in medical history, Under the Cap, Lace Drugs and the End of Lethal Pharmaceutical Flaw, Mira Kissing from Fayetteville Academy. It's okay. And our military special prize goes to Shaping a Nation, Kate Harrison from Millennium Charter Academy. And our Naval History Prize goes to the Zimmerman Telegram, Evan Cox from Cape Fear Academy.
Senior Individual Documentary. In second place, Kanishika Dalawal, am I close? The Bangladesh Liberation War, Oakwood School.
I'm excited for you.
And the first place medalist in Senior Individual Documentary is Finn McElwee from Chapel Hill High School. Friends to Enemies, the CIA-backed coup in Iran.
Senior Group Documentaries. Our second place medalist goes to Early College at Guilford, Buckle Up, How Synthetic Plastic Changed the Automobile Industry. Irene Zhu and Emma He. In our senior group documentary category, first place medalist goes to Rockingham County Early College High, Audrey Sellers, Zania Lash, and Clarissa Hamlin for Black World War II veterans, a catalyst for justice through the civil rights movement and beyond.
I don't know what you're so excited about. I've never seen anything like this. They'll get themselves tied in knots.
We also have several special prizes in this category. Our Naval History Award goes to the battle that completed the Anaconda Plan, Caleb Brockett and Colton Stiles from Oakwood School. American Indian History Award goes to, from Early College at Guilford, Ian, Blake, Hoshi, and Nathaniel for the fall of the Iroquois. And it's Hosea, isn't it? I misread. I might have just created a nickname unintentionally. My apologies. And our Southern History Award goes to Claudette Colvin, Battling Discrimination, from New Hanover High, Alex Oldstad, Crispin Domestic, and Eddie Keaton and Vincent Cavilli. Yeah, our Wilmington schools probably had to head back. Next, we'll do senior individual performance. And our second place medalist goes to How Did the September 11th Attacks Change the U.S.? From Reed Ross Classical High, David Milborn. And our first place medalist is also the receiver of the H.G. Jones North Carolina History Prize. And that goes to Isabella Hardy from Griffin Academy for Hang Down Your Head and Cry, the Turning Point of American Folk Revival. Isabella has actually gone to nationals now every year.
Senior group performance. In second place, the Battle of Guilford Courthouse from the Early College at Guilford. Marnie Lasher, Keegan Fullinger, Alex Lynn, and Brian Fernandez. This is also the recipient of the Revolutionary War Prize. And in first place for senior group performance, Where Are the Women? How the bond between Indigenous women and the suffragists created a turning point in the movement for women's rights, from classical scholars Ava Karras Reniger, Campbell Hodge, and Kerrigan Wankel. There are three of y'all, though, right? Yes. They need another medal.
We get it.
Yeah, yeah.
our senior individual exhibits. Our second place medalists for the Federal Meat Inspection Act of 1906 from Crossroads Flicks, Magali Murray. And our first place medalists from Cape Fear Academy, William Gardner for the Chevrolet Corvair. We also have a special prize for excelling in women's history, Lana Harrell from Oakwood School for her exhibit on From Suffering to Suffrage, the Feminism of Francois Spain. If you don't receive a cord, we'll get one in the mail to you.
Senior group exhibits. In second place, How Standard Oil's Mark Can Never Be Erased from New Hanover High School, William King, Sophia Catino, Hannah Davis, and Leo Boersma. Are they here? Probably not. Another Wilmington one, they probably headed back. First place in senior group exhibit. From Tsarism to Communism, A Failed Transformation from Cary Academy, Ellen Lunn and Catherine Kendall. Well, get your picture taken. Yeah, you're just a teacher. It's always good when the teacher can come too. We have special prizes in this one for an outstanding exhibit sponsored by the Museum of History. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this. Seo Taji and the Boys, How the First K-Pop Group Defined Tradition from early college at Guilford. Faith Brennan, Grace Liu, and Meredith Presnell. For an outstanding project on African American history, Ariana Dickerson and Haley Taylor for Emmett Till from Faith Christian Academy. Get your picture taken. And for an outstanding project on the history of the 20th century, From Lumberton Senior High, Cole Wilkerson, Deacon McLean, and Nate Lawson for the Red Tail Angels. Right here.
And our senior individual websites. Our second place medalist goes to Canned Food, Jack Kendall from Woodlawn School. And he also won the special prize for agriculture. And our first place medalist from Durham Academy, Catherine Hong, for the Vietnam War, a turning point for Black American civil and social rights in the military. And we also have a prize for excelling in the use of primary sources, Silver Linings, the Lasting Impacts of Civil War Photography, Maggie Norris from J.H. Rose High.
And senior group websites. In second place, Nashitha Daniel and Abby Markinock, I'm sorry, I know that's not right, but the Holodomor, a turning point in the history of genocide from Early College at Guilford. And in first place, Slade Forkin, Adam Polity, and Rowan Forkin from Cape Fear Academy, Orbital Beginnings, Sputnik and the Birth of the Space Age. He's not him. He's just collecting. He's collecting prizes.
We can still give him a round of applause.
And a special prize, the Audrey Hurd Award for Maritime and Coastal History, goes to How the Wright Brothers Flew Us into the Future, the Impact of Aviation on Transcontinental Transportation. Emma Garcia, Peyton Heath, and Riley Daniels from Croatan High.
We would now like to recognize all of our third place runner-ups. Just a reminder, if these students will serve as alternates for our first and second place medalists. If they are not able to go to nationals, we'll reach out to you and invite you to go to nationals in their stead if you would like that opportunity. So we would like to call you up to receive a ribbon and to get a group photo. So for senior papers, that is the Zimmerman Telegram, the message that transformed the world, Evan Cox from Cape Fear Academy. And from Massey Hill Classical High, Samuel Pate for how personal photography changed our view of warfare in our senior individual documentary category. And our senior group documentary category, Hawks and Doves, how the Tet Offensive of 1968 provoked the tumultuous political and social turnings and point in American history. Jonah Hardin, Kyle Mart, and Eliana Yoder. And in our senior individual performance from Reed Ross Classical High, how was the fall of the Berlin Wall a turning point? Julian Garcia. And our senior group performance from Guilford Early College, Cutting Edge, how sliced bread changed the world. And then our senior individual exhibit, Penicillin Molding Solutions, Lucian Reynolds from Woodlawn School. And in our senior group exhibit category, third place goes to Early College at Guilford, Seotage and Boys, how the K-pop group defied tradition and ignited the Korean wave. Grace, Meredith, and Faith. And in our senior individual websites, Silver Linings, Lasting Impacts of Civil War Photography, Maggie Norris from J.H. Rose High. And last but not least, from senior group websites, Ryan Malt and Ezra Cushing again for their project on WHO, Zandolph, That's Who, how one man created a turning point in world health and medical advancements and the foreign relations. So let's give them all a big round of applause.
Everybody, please make sure you have a clear view of me so I can see you. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you.
So let's give all of our finalists a big round of applause, all of our participants. And we hope we see all of you back next year as we explore rights and responsibilities in history. Just a reminder, if you received a medal, we're going to have a quick meeting on the national contest down on the ground floor of Dale room. So we'll be heading down there right now. Teachers will be getting your evals as quickly as we can. The goal is to get them out either tomorrow or Monday.